the market. Dow's down 10, and NASDAQ is up 25. Not much movement so far. Keith Fitz with me now. Given the escalation in the Middle East over the weekend, I presume you're going to say that defense stocks are a very good place to be right now. In fact, you've recommended some defense stocks over the last couple of months.
I have, Stuart. Thank you for remembering that. You know, to me, war and peace is the single most important issue of our time. Forget the Fed, forget all the earnings we got on deck. We've got to get this sorted out. So yes, you bet I'm going to recommend defense stocks.
Okay, we've got big tech reporting this week. Do you have a favorite?
I do. Apple, absolutely head of the class. Microsoft's right there. They're neck and neck. So actually, I have two.
Well, wait a minute. You like Apple at 191?
You bet I do. It's coming up on my target of 200, which you and I set, oh boy, 14 months ago or so. So to me, it's all about the ecosphere. It's about engaging consumers. Microsoft is a very different play. I think we're going to see Apple and AI in the same sentence this year, in which case the stock takes off again.
Is there any weak big tech stock that you can think of?
There are. Amazon has its own set of challenges. A lot of people like that stock, particularly with regard to the web services, but I think they've got regulatory concerns. Consumer ire is mounting, regulatory ire is mounting. So to me, that's a challenged big tech stock.
It seems like we're developing this group of stocks, 5 or 7, Magnificent 7 or the FANG, whatever you want to call them. And they're the kind of stocks that people buy and do not trade in and out of. They buy them and hold them because they've gone up so much in the last 5 or 6 years.
Well, I would also add one other thing to that too, right? In the past, we've always allocated capital. The Wall Street has got people thinking like we got to play not to lose. But if you're going to go forward, Stuart, you got to play. You got to play to win. So if we look at tech, we look at saying we're going to spend $1 trillion, $2, $3, $4, $5 trillion in the next 5 or 10 years. It's about going where the money is going. Wayne Gretzky, skate to where the puck's going to be.
It's interesting though that the day before the earnings, Microsoft is at $406, almost an all-time high, and it had a terrific run-up last week. It seems like we're walking it up with the expectation of a very solid report from Microsoft, right?
They are, but also don't forget that the big traders are walking it up because the first thing they're going to do when the good report comes out is do a rug pull, shake all the weak hands out, and then do it again so it goes even higher. Yeah. So for investors, this is actually a beautiful setup. Take a deep breath. Forget what they're going to do in the next day, the next 3 days, 5 days. Concentrate on 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now.
I'll be interested in the call, see where they